can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Bills and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now on 2nd and 13, Allen, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it. Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up the first here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now. And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
As we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Corral. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
But this offense can get their tight ends involved. They can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Corral over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Ooh, the juke. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Corral's throw complete there to Moore. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 70. And the Panthers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. But James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the middle with Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. These two teams all tied after one. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on third. And this one is incomplete. The Bills send the punter out. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Corral. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Corral. He's going to look deep for more, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bills ready to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that throw incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front. The front helping the back. The pressure down home on that last play and force him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And the Bills at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do him any favors. They gave him 2 road games right out of the gate, but the thinking on the team...
There he goes, right side! And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd and 10, here's Corral. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the 1st. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Brian Burns. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. And Corral will throw it. Being chased out left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field here come the Panthers. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. That pass complete to Moore. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Meanwhile, Corral's throw pulled in by Marshall. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Corral. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Play action, Allen. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Allen to throw once more. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Allen now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Corral looking to throw.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Third and long. Corral. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Allen off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far. and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. This is intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Corral looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Corral is intercepted again. That's number 3. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers will take over here just shy of the 30. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Able to slither by. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Corral on 1st down. And a little floater there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. McCaffrey will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now out come the Bills. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They start the drive with Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And in search of 8 yards here as they look to convert the first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
Up to God, McCaffrey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It started to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st down, here's Corral with it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Allen. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. This offense on third down today, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Running for it, here's Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it. But don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Bass is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Carolina offense about ready to go. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone covered.
And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Cook again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Cook up the gut. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
They got to walk that walk, baby.
Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Give to Cook out of the gun. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.